All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Kevin Ward with a special episode of Kevin at 7 coming to you from the Rocky Mountains from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. I'm finishing up my brief morning hike and thought I would be back down here in time to start this, but it didn't quite work out that way. I'm going to talk to you about climbing the Money Mountain this morning. I just got done climbing a mountain this morning. At least climbing part of the way up and then coming back down because I had no reception up there to do this live stream. And just to put it really simple, this is a conversation about making money and making lots of it. If you're not interested in making lots of money, this is probably not the conversation for you. If you're interested in making little money and just trying to be comfortable, good luck with that. Because that was what I grew up being taught. You know, just money's not that important. You just want to make enough to be comfortable. And the problem is with comfortable is that when you get comfortable, you stop climbing. And then when you stop climbing, something happens, you get broke again, and now you're not comfortable anymore. So how do you change it all? How do you make it permanent? I'm trying to find a good spot to sit here so I can have this conversation with you guys. Like I'm probably gonna walk right out into the middle of this grassy area and see if I can sit down without getting my butt wet. All right, so let's talk about, yeah, it's all soaking wet. I'm gonna go sit on a rock. Where's a rock? Right over here's a rock. All right, so here's the thing. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. We're in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. That is a ski slope. There's only about a 3,000 foot ascent there. It doesn't look that tall from here, but it is. So from the bottom, mountains always look smaller than they are, right? So let's just have a conversation. Good morning. As you come on the call, make sure you type in where you're from. And here's the thing about making a lot of money. It's a climb. But I believe that life is about ascension. I think that's how we're built. We're built to ascend. And I want you to think about the wildest dreams you've ever had, of the things that you want, the things that you would love to have, the things you're like, if only I could have that, if only I could have that. Hey, Dan from Colorado Springs, I'm loving Colorado right now. If only I could have that, if only I could make enough money, if only I had enough money to do that. That is at the top of the mountain. Those big dreams that you have, every big dream that you have are at the top of the mountain. And as a kid, I was taught to have little dreams. I was taught that big dreams were not realistic, or they were too ambitious, or they would mess you up. They would make you worldly or materialistic. And I'm not necessarily talking about material dreams necessarily, but it's easy for people to wrap their head around, okay? So it's like, kind of like people measure success. And how do they measure it? Money's the easiest metric. So this is the conversation we're having this morning. It's about making a lot of money so that you can do the things that you really want. Now, at Agent Mastery Live coming up in October this fall, you're going to get to hear from some people who become multimillionaires. You're going to get to hear from people who are completely financially free, who started out broke, just like many of you. Some of you may have money. If you have money, it's easier. But the thing is you got to get clear about what it is you want at the top of the mountain, and then you got to be willing to make the climb. Everything that you want is a climb to get there. If it's any big dream, any goal that you have, it is an ascent. It's a climb to get there. So what do you got to do? You got to build it. Now, here's the difference. You're a real estate agent versus being an employee. And this is the magic. This is what makes it possible for you to have what you want and climb the mountain you have. You're in real estate. If you're a real estate agent, most of you who ever watch this are real estate agents. If you're a real estate agent, you are in the perfect place because you own your own mountain. If you work for somebody else, you get to climb what? You climb the corporate ladder. Oh, what's the difference? When you climb the corporate ladder, it's somebody else's ladder. And when you're climbing it, there is no way off except to go back all the way to the bottom. And you can't just jump off. You can't just leap off, right? One step at a time. It is a disaster. A corporate ladder is a trap. Just gonna say it right now. If you are thinking about real estate versus a regular job, having real estate lets you have your own business, right? Good morning, Irma from Atlanta. Good to see you. How many of you, as you're on this right now, are you a real estate agent? Just type in real estate or realtor if you are an agent on this. I want to just see who, if you're thinking about becoming a realtor. I'm curious who's watching, and if you're watching this as a replay, as the recording, just as a video, just type in the comments, okay? Travis Anderson is a realtor with EXP. All right, Irma. All right, guys, here's that. And Dan, new realtor, you're so lucky, dude, because you got off the corporate ladder. When you quit working for somebody else, you got off the ladder. And now you're climbing the mountain, and it's your mountain. I call it the money mountain. But it's also it is also the mastery mountain. The climb is not easy. Climbing a corporate ladder is not easy. You just do it, but you have to do what somebody else tells you. Climbing the mastery mountain, the mountain of mastery, is about you have to acquire some strength. You got to acquire some skills. You got to acquire stamina, and then be willing to make the climb. And this is the thing. Same in corporate. Difference is you own it here. So you can climb the mountain, and as you climb it, you ascend. You got to have the right strengths. You got to develop some strength. Most of the strength you have to develop is here. It's mental strength. Mental strength right here. This is the weakness. Most agents that I work with that struggle, it is because of mental or emotional weakness. It's kind of like somebody who never goes hiking, and all of a sudden they try to climb a mountain. And out of wind, I can't do it. It's too hard. Well, you got to build the strength. You got to build the emotional strength, the courage. We call that the superpower of courage. The emotional strength to face your fears, to face adversity, to face rejection, to face struggle. You got to embrace all of that. And then you climb the mountain. Then you want skills to be able to climb the tough parts. Have the conversation with sellers, handle those objections. These are all things that you have to be willing. There is no magic thing. I asked people in my Facebook group, in the Yes Masters Real Estate Success Community Facebook group last week, I posted a question. I'm like, what are you struggling with the most? And people put a lot of things about struggling, getting listings, getting leads, getting business and all that. Nobody's struggling getting a house to sell these days. Have you noticed that? But one of them put, I'm struggling trying to figure out how to get social media leads. Yes, social media is awesome. Social media leads are not where the magic is. Okay, she's looking at one little thing going like, if I could just get leads on my social media, because I'm really popular on social media. But guys, the climb requires the skills to lead people to a decision, the skill to attract people, the skill to make people want to follow you. Those are skills. And then the strength to make the climb. And that's what's required to climb the money mountain. That you've got to be and then with that, you need the strategies, you need the systems to be able to sustain this. And the thing is, you look at this, they've turned this into a ski resort. And you don't climb, if you want to come here and ski, you pay them to not have to climb the mountain. You pay them and you get on a ride, and they'll take you to the top of the mountain. That's what people are looking for. It's like, I want to pay you to take me to the top of the mountain. Okay, well, I can train you to go to the top of the mountain. But if I take you to the top of the mountain, you're not going to be rich. You're not going to have the life that you want. You want to climb the mountain. If you want the lifestyle of your dreams, we're looking at mountain homes here. and if you want a mountain home here, they're millions of dollars. They weren't that way 20 years ago, but they're that way today. If you want nice stuff today, it's way more expensive than it used to be. Inflation's going to make things worse. What do you got to do? You got to make more money. How do you make more money? Climb the mountain. Own the mountain. Don't climb a corporate ladder. If you're in real estate, you're in the right place. Stay here. Master being here. This is what I do. I train real estate agents how to actually make money and have a life. How to climb that mountain. But it's the key is it is an ascent. It is a climb. There is no easy path. There is no easy path. Okay, this is for First Lady. I can't see it. My eyes don't work that good anymore. First Lady, this just says you're getting your license in a month. You're in the perfect place. Is you're getting into real estate or you're in real estate. Sometimes it's going to be hard. Okay? But it's going to be hard because we don't do the right things, and we want it to not be hard, and it's going to be hard. Mastery is hard. Winning is harder than losing. Don't follow the path of least resistance. All right, here's another one. Sonia, testing soon. So here's the thing. Think about it this way. When you get out of the job world You're getting off the corporate ladder. You're getting onto your own mountain. Now, your own mountain's going to be scary because it's unfamiliar territory. There's trees. You can get lost. It's just, this trail gets steeper than you thought it's going to get. All the things, the objections you're going to have to handle, the adversity, the rejection, all that kind of stuff is going to come. Climb the mountain. Keep climbing. Keep climbing. One foot in front of the other. One more phone call. One more conversation. Okay, one more follow-up. Okay, one more role play. Just keep training, practicing, and doing the work, doing the work, doing the work. Everybody looks for the easy path. There is no easy path. It's your mountain. You're climbing it. Okay, the harder the path, the faster the ascent when you know what you're doing. And that's when you start making the kind of money. And like I said, at Agent Mastery Live in October, we're going to be bringing in some of my coaching members who are now multimillionaires. And they're going to talk about their journey. They're going to talk about how they did it. And they're going to share exactly not only their story, but the strategies that they've used to build multi-million-dollar empires, both from those that are in terms of making seven-figure incomes and also to building multi-million-dollar real estate portfolios, becoming completely financially free. That's the journey. And when you do that, then you have choices. Then you have choices. I was just talking to one of my coaching members a couple of weeks ago. They make, in passive income, they make twice their monthly expenses right now, just from real estate investments. And she's already made she's made over $350,000 already this year in GCI, gross commissions. And she doesn't even need that money. Her passive cash flow from real estate investments pay the bills. So she's making pure extra money. You think you can't have a lifestyle? That's because she built her own mountain. She climbed the mountain. No corporate ladder for her. You own your own business. You own your own life. All right, guys, have a great week. Play to win. Always expect yes. See you on the trail.